It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Ravens, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, and that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine, and I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sam Hubbard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 17, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From midfield now, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Burrow. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to
bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10. Jackson running again.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Burrow looking to pass. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chuck Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. after one. 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, he gets this one to Boyd.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And Burrow going to throw again. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Ravens ready to take over.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Burrow will throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
Slant pass to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Second and 8.
A handoff to Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. but just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Jackson on first down.
Open man is Duvernay.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson now. And his pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
We play to win. Let's go. Come on, man, let's do this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second down at 4.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun
for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Mixon.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Ooh, with a juke. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From the 16, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson going to run, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's a give to Dobbins. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Mixon again, and this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the 44, Jackson. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He's got his man, it's Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jackson on 1st down.
That one complete to Crochet.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Jackson will throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Mixon running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman there to make the grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Mixon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Mixon, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the fourth quarter, a time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success, and it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.